What is up everybody, my name is Leaky Tatsman and this is another This Week in Gaming number 53 where I bring you up to date with everything going on in the world of video games. As always, I'm going to start with what is probably my favourite news, and that is some details surfacing regarding Grand Theft Auto 5. This is all solid information. I believe I alluded to this in previous twigs where Rockstar said they were going to officially announce some details. Well, they announced quite a lot in the latest Game Informer magazine. Without going into overdrive about the details, I'll go over the main stuff. There are 3 playable characters, and you can switch between them on the fly pretty much. Apparently, the 2 protagonists that you're not actually playing as will go about their daily lives as usual, and then you can switch between them, and it goes kind of Google Earth where it zooms up and then zooms back down to the new character, which I think is pretty phenomenal. Supposedly, heists and bank robberies are like a big theme of the game. Apparently this is the biggest world in any Rockstar game ever, and will be approximately the size of Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 4 and San Andreas combined, which is pretty incredible. I mean, I expected Rockstar to go all out for GTA 5, but this is really surpassing my expectations by quite some distance. They did say that the map size was including interiors, so it may not necessarily be the size of those maps combined overall, but you can still get some kind of perspective on just how big this game's going to be. And amongst all the more minor details, they said improved driving physics, improved shooting, improved melee combat, which is all things that GTA 4 could have improved on. So, again, a big thumbs up. It's got dynamic encounters, akin to what we've seen in Red Dead Redemption, and more vehicle types than any Grand Theft Auto. So, they are really pushing the envelope with this game. It sounds awesome, and the screenshots they released just look phenomenal, so I can't help but be super excited for this game. I know GTA 4 let a lot of people down, but this one just looks so stunning. Alright, some news regarding Black Ops 2 this week. Even though the game is out tomorrow, Treyarch somehow managed to keep a pretty big detail of the game quite secret, and that is that the game will come with built-in YouTube live streaming. This is for the multiplayer. It will apparently support audio commentary and webcams as well, without the need for a PC, so that's a great option for aspiring YouTubers and regular YouTube commentators alike. I'm always a big advocate of anything that can assist people that try and make videos. For those of you wondering whether I would be doing this, I would love to do it, but I don't think my upload speed would be good enough, frankly. I'll give it a try, but chances are I probably can't do it because my upload speed is pretty turd. Okay, also this week Microsoft have been discussing their intentions for shifting Halo into other genres and mediums. Their executive producer, his name is Kiki Wolfkill, which by the way is probably the best name I've ever heard. He said, "I think we'd look at what the most interesting genre, medium, delivery mechanism is to tell a certain story, and if it moves the IP forward in an interesting way, we'll do it. Translation being, if we see an opportunity to milk this cash cow, we will." Now, we've already seen a shift away from the FPS genre with Halo Wars, which kind of got a mixed reception. I wasn't a massive fan of it, but I'm not a fan of RTS games in general. One genre I would be interested in seeing is a mix of FPS and RPG. Halo already has a lot of the story and the lore in place to make a great RPG, I think. And if they made something like Mass Effect, but just as an FPS version, or even something akin to Borderlands, then I would be fully on board. Outside of that, I couldn't really see many other genres that the game would be much suited to. And then we get into this whole debate about the genre going down the milkage route, which Halo already gets a lot of stick for that, which it doesn't really deserve, to be honest, but it would be justified if they started branching out into every genre just for the sake of putting the Halo name on a game to sell it. So mixed feelings regarding that news. Okay, Gabe Newell, this is the guy that runs Valve. He has confirmed that they are making a new engine, tentatively being referred to as Source 2, and although details were scarce, he said that it's basically being built from the ground up. It's not just an expansion of the original Source engine, and basically they're waiting for the right game to showcase the engine rather than the engine to showcase the game. So fingers crossed he's talking about Half-Life 3, and we might actually see something of the game, because it's been a long time coming, frankly. He also mentioned about the space game that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, Valve's space MMO. It was codenamed SOB, which stood for Stars of Blood. He said that that's been canned, the project is totally done, and that will not see the light of day. So, not great news for those hoping for a Valve MMO anytime soon. And finally, some surprisingly positive news for PlayStation 3 owners. Bethesda have this week assured fans that the DLC for Skyrim will actually come to the PlayStation 3, and it's close, quote unquote. and they thanked the fans for their patience. Well, they've been anything but patient, frankly, and rightly so, because it's kind of a kick in the teeth. But as the old saying goes, better late than never, so hopefully you'll get to play Dawnguard and Dragonborn and Hearthfire, and they won't be buggy messes, and hopefully you'll just get some closure on the situation, because frankly Bethesda just made an absolute cock up of the whole thing. I can't believe they even got to this stage. For such a big company, it's kind of damaged their reputation a lot, but at least they've tried to fix things, and they haven't just swept it under the rug, so some props for that, I guess. And that more or less summarises everything that's gone on this week in the world of video games. What can you expect on my channel this week? Well, Black Ops 2 is out on Tuesday, so I may well do some videos. I don't really have anything specific in mind. If you guys have suggestions, I'd be more than willing to take them on board. Outside of that, I'm thinking maybe a wishlist this week, which would be Resistance 4. That's my next one that I've got planned. And just like Halo 4, if you fancy playing some Black Ops 2 with me, you simply just have to send me a message on Xbox Live. I'll be playing on Xbox, not PlayStation 3. I played a lot of Halo 4 with subscribers this week. I had a blast, and I'll still be playing Halo 4, but I'll be mixing it up with Black Ops, and probably playing Black Ops 2 a bit more for the foreseeable future, just to get some gameplays, because Microsoft are absolute douches and won't let me use Halo 4, despite getting some really good gameplays saved up as well, which is agonising. So a huge thank you for watching, thanks for everyone's continued support. If you could like, I would love it, and goodbye for now.